So in this video for double column cash book, we are going to look at few of the concepts where you have discount allowed, where you have contra entries, and where you have GST, and also a bank overdraft. So this is a revision video. So in the first entry, it says opening cash balance is 10,000. So cash balance, opening cash balance is always debit balance. So date, I'm just going to write the serial number here. So it will be to balance brought down. We are going to write this 10,000 over here. For bank, they say that it's an overdraft. So overdraft is always for bank, right? And if it's an overdraft, it's going to come on the credit side, the opening balance. So here we are going to write by balance brought down. In the bank column, we are going to write 4,000 rupees. Now, cash deposited in bank. This here comes the concept of contra entries. So for that, the entry for the second one would be, it is deposited in the bank, right? So bank account debit to cash account, 5,000 and 5,000. So now bank account is being debited. So on the debit side in the bank column, I'm going to write 5,000 over here and the serial number. So it is going to be to cash. And here in the brackets, we are going to write C. So this indicates that it's a contra entry. Either you write it in the bracket or you just circle it. Anything is fine. And so this is going to have the effect on both the sides. So here you are going to write by bank. Now cash account is being credited. So on the credit side in the cash column, I'm going to write 5,000. So this is how we post contra entries, and don't forget the C over here. So this indicates that it is a contra entry. Now for the third one, you received a check from Raj, 3,000, allowed him discount of 300. So that means in the check, Raj had mentioned an amount of 3,000. So the discount is above the added to the 3,000. It is not included in the 3,000, right? So the entry would actually be bank account debit. What is the amount of check? 3,000. What is the discount allowed account debit? It will be 300. So how much did Raj have to pay to you? He had to pay 3,300. Now how do we post this? So bank account is being debited. So on the debit side, I'm going to write in the bank column 3,000. So remember, in posting compound entries, we saw that we are going to write the amount which is of the ledger and not the amount amount of the account that you are writing here. So here I'm going to write to Raj account. So we will write the amount of the bank account and not for Raj. Raj is 3,300, but I will only write 3,000 because bank is 3,000. Bank is being debited with 3,000 to Raj, 3,000. Discount allowed is not recorded in the double column cash book because discount allowed does not affect the bank or the cash account. Now paid telephone bill of 400, CGST and SGST. So it is an expense. The entry is, let's say he paid by cash, let's assume. So the entry would be telephone bill account debit, input CGST account debit, input SGST to cash, right? So your bill is for 400, you paid 24 rupees each, and now your total bill is of 448 rupees. So here cash account is being credited. So cash on the credit side in the cash column, we are going to write first we are going to write all the accounts here. So you will write by telephone bill. What is the amount for the telephone bill which is credited to cash account? 400. Then you will write by input CGST 24 rupees. by input SGST 24 rupees. Okay, so this is how you are going to post the entries. Now if you want to balance it, so how do we balance a double column cash book? First thing, I'll see the total, or the debit side total of cash column is 10,000. The credit side will be somewhere around 5,448. So I'm going to write here by balance carried down 10,000 minus 5,000 minus 400 minus 24 minus 24. So it will be 10,000 minus 5,448, 4,552. So here we are going to write 4,552. This is the closing balance for the cash column only. Now to balance the bank column, the credit debit side is 8,000 and this is 4,000. So now the closing balance would come here, right? So it would be 8,000 minus 4,000, 4,000 rupees. If the credit side of the bank column was more, let's say for example if this was 10,000, then what would have been, then the balancing figure for the bank column would have been here, right? Because the amount here is smaller than the amount here, but that's not the case. Here we have 4,000, so the balance would be on this side. Okay, so this is the closing balance, and now you can write the total. So this is 10,000, this is 8,000, and here also it would be 10,000 and 8,000. So this is the closing balance which is on the last day of the period. Okay, so this was a quick revision of double column cash book, where we saw opening debit balance, opening credit balance, contra entries, how to record discount, how to record GST.